Good evening, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe and grab a drink. And, anyways, this is my beautiful daughter, Emily. She is the one I cried out about. I I really am worried about her. I started reaching. Why you get the bird is because I started reaching out to heaven, and heaven is what's helped me. And these are just a few pictures of my family, my daughter, my dad. We lost my dad, and just a few pictures, basically. So it's been a complicated situation. I was taken down by a narcissist. My mother was, my daughter was, and I believe my other two boys have as well. So today, I went to the house and I walked into my ex-husband being there, and he hasn't said a nice word to me in the 30 years. And I just stayed peaceful because I have all you guys praying for me. And it's amazing. I love my family, and my family is going to start to mend. I know a lot of you do not believe in psychics or mediums or angels or things like that. But a beautiful lady, Roberta, who is a psychic, she owns a store, told me that the last quarter of 2020, my family would start to mend. And that's exactly what's happening, is my family is starting to mend. Wow, what an amazing feeling to finally sit in my mom's house without feeling any stress whatsoever. This is the time I was telling you about when my mom broke her arm. Wow, she was a wreck, boy, I'll tell ya. This picture here is actually my mom's house in Niagara Falls that I'm moving back to. And this is a cottage that we went to. My dad helped build this cottage. It's up actually in Dorset, Lake of Bays. And I'm going to gather a few more thoughts, and I'm going to come back on, and I'm going to talk a little bit about everything. See you soon. 3 years now. My life has been hell. I got married 3 years ago to a narcissist. He tore my family apart. This is my beautiful daughter. And she's such pure love, but she's in a very, very bad way right now, and I really worry about her mental state. However, I did offer her a Frosty today. That's our tattoo that we had. I offered her a Frosty, and she accepted, and she did talk a little bit to me. So maybe her heart will start to mend, and maybe we can be back together as a family in time. Today I feel actually much better because I've been talking to all of my children, all of them. And things are fine, they're peaceful, and they make my heart feel better. My heart will mend in time. As far as the narcissist goes, clean karma is going to come to him one day. It's out of my hands, and it's in God's hands. And that's the hands that it needs to be in, because that's the only hands that can make it better. But he told me that, so he knows. He knows that. And Ariel and Rose are together right now, and apparently they're getting into the garbage. They're not being very nice puppies, but, you know, that's what dogs do, and that's the way it is. And, oh, by the way, my mom is doing super. She actually is out of bed today for the first time, and that really excites me. I cannot wait to take care of my mother again, and that's going to come very soon. And I'm going to go see her again tomorrow. And I'm also going to go to Kitchener and Brantford and visit my son and my friends. And, you know, I haven't had anybody to talk to in a very long time. And you know what? My phone has not stopped in 3 days. What a magnificent feeling it is to have such great friends. Support all my friends that my narc took away from me. They're all coming back. And I have more friends. And I want to pray for my friend in Florida. Her mom lives in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. And she had to get tested for COVID. And she's 74 years old, and she was diagnosed with pneumonia. So my friend, because she has Canadian citizenship, she can fly in, but she has to completely quarantine. at her mom's and then straight to the airport and straight back to her home in Bradenton, where she has to quarantine again for 14 days. But her mom's kind of stubborn and she doesn't want to wear a mask. And my friend said, if you don't wear a mask, then I'm not coming, because she has a daughter and I don't blame her. She's also a nurse in Florida and she knows what it's all about. And I'm so proud of her, and she has helped me immensely. She's the one who gave me the courage and the strength, and she's the one who brought me to my very first Al-Anon meeting. That was the best meeting, and I let go. At the very end, they have the last 10 minutes that the newbie can dump, and oh, did I dump. And I dumped hard, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I need to get back into that, but COVID seems to be playing quite havoc on a lot of these things that I need. I need a hospital for an eating disorder. I have complex PTSD. Vicious. I still have bombarding thoughts. I still do. It doesn't matter what my peace level is. My thoughts don't stop. I love this picture here. I feel like a football player. My shoulders are big and it's kind of cool, but anyhow, again, I'm going to gather my thoughts. I'm just going to go and have a smoke and get a drink because I'm thirsty. And, the butterfly. The butterfly, I've seen 2 this year. And I believe a butterfly, the monarch, is actually one of my totem animals, which is to teach a lesson. I'll be back. Stay tuned. I'm back. What I want is I want things to come from my heart. And I can't do that right now, but believe me, this does come from the bottom of my heart. I just need a little bit of push, and so I really hope and I believe that God is answering my prayers. I believe my family is finally going to mend. Everything seems much better than it was yesterday, and tomorrow will be much better than it was today, and the next day will be much better than it was the day before, and it's just gonna mend. There's nobody my family who lies. There is nobody who is angry right now. There is nobody who has any reason to hate anybody but to love my mother. I reached out to Jesus. Jesus is the one helping me. I gave up my faith for quite a while because I couldn't believe what was happening to me, and I couldn't understand why I got so sick and why God wouldn't help me. But I get it now, and it was a lesson to learn, and I really honestly believe that I was meant to learn that lesson with my husband, because I still don't get what happened, and my mind is still mumble jumble messy, but it's that peace knowing that the narcissist, there's nothing you can do. All I can do is try. I emailed him to tell him he's got stuff here, and I told him if he doesn't get back to me, I'm assuming he doesn't want it. If he can let his sentimental stuff go, then I don't know what to say, because that's it. Once it's gone, it's gone. Like, yeah, the memories are in your heart, and I still really wished he would have done the right thing, and we could mend, and one day we could all be a family, and the dreams could come true, but I don't think he's interested. I don't really think he ever was. He just always wanted to run. And I've learned that he's definitely a covert narcissist as opposed to an overt narcissist. He's very hard to figure out, and people couldn't see it. And oh boy, now everybody's eyes are wide open, and people are starting to talk, and the truth always prevails. Always. And I'm so glad that I never, ever gave up, because believe me, many times I just wanted to hang in the towel and just, I don't even want to say what I would have done, but I really believe that this is the time my family is going to mend, and it's going to mend to the point where we can all function and hopefully get a couple really good years out of my mom. My mom. This butterfly in this picture took me an hour and a half to get that picture, but it soothed my heart. And I put these pictures in here because this is what I went through. There was no food, there was no money, I was put on a balcony for my dog to poo, and then when I finally woke up and realized it, I'm like, what the hell did I let happen to me? And I realized soon after watching YouTube and realizing that I was taken by a covert narcissist. He's a gaslighter, and he's good at what he does, and he's probably got a new supply. He left, actually, I called the police on him, and instead of calling him back, because he left me a note, I called in and asked for help, and I haven't heard from him since. So I would say he's nothing but a coward. Face it. Face the demons. I mean, he told me to reach out for God, and that all things are possible, and to take one day at a time, and I do. And I go to heaven, and I go to the animals, the birds, the nature, and I feel amazing in my heart right now. And I get to love my mother so much, so much. These heartfelt crying days, I think, are at an end. Finally at an end, because I have the courage to change and the will to get better. Forever and ever. I will. Amen. More of the mess that my mom has never, ever, look at no food in the fridge, not a drop. Nothing. And I'm very limited as to what I can eat because of my health situation. I have what you call ulcerative colitis, plus diverticular, plus chronic colitis, or chronic gastritis, and it's called focal active colitis, actually, and hopefully I get treated finally. I was diagnosed about a month ago, and I have my appointment this week, and this is my dad's thing. We still want to get a stone for him, and when my dad died, the glue to the family fell apart, and then my husband did not help, and maybe now my family is going to mend. There's the crow. Wow, I really watch out for these signs because they're so beautiful and they're so real, and if you just Google it and check out the meanings of different things, it's amazing. I can I can't even think of how to say it. Angel numbers, I can count them up, all the way up and to 10, 11, 12, and backwards, and I know what they mean, and it's pretty powerful, and it's pretty amazing, and, you know, I'm just so pleased with how far I've come, but I've got a long way to go because I lost muscle tone, and when I woke up and I seen this picture, I got really scared, and I realized, because the doctor said, Treva, you're worse than your mother. You're sicker than your mom. You're knocking on death's door, and I got afraid. So again, here's my beautiful daughter, and again, I'll catch you in the next video. God bless, love and light, and thank you again. Follow me. You'll see my life starting to shape up. God bless everybody. Love and light. Back. Okay, so I am going to take a day or two break to get my family back together. I just wanted to show you how proud I am of myself. And I'm laying in bed, and I feel great, and I feel like I can go upside down and just hang there. God bless each and every one of you, and I love you all, and thank you for your support. Honest to God, I believe in you. Thank you.